Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Strege, and here I have another review for you, except this time of a full-length feature fan film of Friday the 13th called Never Hike Alone, filmed in 2017. And the film was directed by Vincente DiSanti, who this is actually his first feature film, his debut into the film world. And after this is, I think, kind of when his his film career somewhat will take off. Now he brings back Tom Matthews, who has evidently played in Friday the 13th 7 as Tommy, and he also played in Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2, and he plays Jason Voorhees in this fan film, but the character that he brings involved here, it goes by the name of Kyle McLeod, played by Drew Laity, and Kyle is a video blogger who is evidently in the Catskills, and he stumbles across Camp Crystal Lake, or what remains of the Crystal Lake. And as we know, that is the home of the Friday the 13th episodes throughout the years. So I wasn't when I took part of this fan film franchise, there was a lot of hype for it. So at the time, fans of Friday the 13th were really liking the idea, and unfortunately, because I was in financial straits at the time, I couldn't get a part of the first set of film copies that came out, so it wasn't exactly a limited copy. But this is one of the copies that was available, and evidently it was so popular they came back out with more for all the fans that it couldn't. And this copy came with a Blu-ray DVD, and it came with this small little card. So I am pleased, at least, with this Blu-ray as of now. And from what I understand, after they were done with the campaign, they were going to throw it up online, because you can't really make any money off of a fan film, and they were going to throw it up online for free. But for fans of this film, you were able to get a copy, get in on the campaign. You were able to get a cool a little film. Now, I was kind of disappointed with the film, mainly because it only dealt with one character up against up against Jason, whereas many of the Friday the 13th films have dealt with a large group of people, that are just dumb enough to do stupid things to get killed off. But you were able to see a violence in this film that the character Tom brought to the Jason Voorhees character, Tom Matthews brought. And it's definitely different seeing him in the character again. I think that he brought a presence to the film. I think the area location that Vincent found for this film was definitely spot on. It was abandoned enough, and I love that there was a door that went to nowhere. And that kind of gave Tommy Jarvis's entrance into Kyle McLeod's hike into the woods. Even though you saw a little bit of him following him as he trespassed into the grounds of this Crystal Lake massacre area. Now, I think the acting on Drew's part was definitely spot on. I think the weapon of choice as an axe that flew through the air was definitely entertaining to watch, and it didn't feel like a Friday the 13th film at least for me, up until at least when Kyle McLeod got picked up by that that ambulance, and then the things that happened after that. That is what reminded me of what Friday the 13th was all about. It was about a massacre, and it was somewhat about the the way that his mother treated him when he was a child, but when he continued the violence with anyone who got in his way, and that was the violence that Friday the 13th brought. No one was left alive, and that is what this film brings to the table. I think everyone gets a chance to see a little about, a little bit more into what a fan of the Friday the 13th franchise might have done with it if it had been a film of his own. And so this film was done with the production company of Womp Stomp Films. I'd like to see what Vincent has in store for his future as well. Evidently, he's got some more planned in the Friday the 13th world, and I'd like to see where he takes that. So in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. It was definitely shot really well. I definitely liked the music. He definitely got the character down. I was just slightly disappointed. So not that I'm taken away from the coolness of the franchise, the coolness of this nice little set. I'm very glad that I got myself into it. I enjoyed the attempt, and that's what counts. I think that this would have done better if it had more of a group instead of one-on-one, but it was interesting how one would take it if they did it with a one-on-one fight. So in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. Definitely check out some of my earlier reviews. Check out some of the many cool things that I will be coming out with, and I hope you were able to pick up a copy of the film for yourself if you were a fan. So thank you so much. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Appreciate the time on my page. And again, this is just my opinion. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are.